Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to the webinar series. And this month this is the first session of July, and we really want to thank for the question that came up, the accountability when we are hurting. I think we were planning something similar for this month, and then this particular question gave us more input as to what else we would like to share before going to the next month's topic. So thank you for that question. And this is a very important question, as we answered there in the group also, that unless one is ready to take the accountability of their experience, they cannot step out of the hurt, the pain, or whatever they want to alter in their life. So from there, we want to open up this particular topic as to the title reads as accountability, the a game changer in your journey of healing. So we have often experienced. I think we ourselves must have been in such places at some point of time. I can at least say that about myself, that when things go wrong or there are repetitive, painful patterns, we usually get into a loop of blame. We either blame people, and when I say people, it begins with our parents. We all have had experiences where we have blamed our parents for the wrong things that they have done to us. And we also blame world. At times we blame God, destiny, whatever. And if nothing outside, then we blame ourselves. So, as a quote goes, that the one who blames others hasn't even started, the one who blames themselves is halfway there, and the one who does not blame anybody has actually arrived. So, I think the meaning of that quote, I can say I've understood a little bit now, that in blame, there is no scope for any healing, any growth. So when we say don't blame others, does not mean that blame yourself and take the ownership and take the accountability from there. Accountability has nothing to do with taking the blame. Accountability begins with that whatever happened with me. Now do I want to continue to live in the impact of that, or I want to come out of it? So most of us start their healing journey uh, with, with being victim of situations or people. Yeah, the poor me who's hurting, and now either the pain is so much, it is so unbearable that I don't know any other way, so I'm trying this. And there is unconsciously at times the accountability that no matter what has happened, I can't continue to live like this. And sometimes there is a conscious accountability. We do have clients like that who come and say that I've experienced a lot of pain in my life, but now I understand that I deserve better and I need to come out of this. So when one says, I need to come out of this, we have already taken the accountability of why this happened to me, or what do I understand out of this so that I can come out of this. So from there, I think we want to, uh, give our perspective about how taking accountability can shift the game, and you can stop waiting for parents or other people, or world around us, so to say, to take accountability of what wrong they are doing to us. Because whether they do it or not, whether they can say it or not, is part of their journey, their choices, their awareness. And if we continue to wait for somebody else to become aware or somebody else to change, then we can just continue to live in a kind of illusion which will at times at some point it will exhaust us, because then we are dependent on something which is totally not in our control. Priya, do you want to add anything?
Um, so first things first, I think this is going to be a 2 month journey. Like Gayatri said, we are pretty excited to uh, take this journey with you. This month we'll be talking about accountability, and next month we'll, take it a little further from here on. And there is a metaphor which Gayatri and I keep, sharing with our clients um, time and again, which actually explains accountability really well. So usually a person on the train starts saying that, you know what, I don't like my co-passengers, or I don't like the view that I'm watching, or I don't like the seat that I am sitting on. Um, but the ticket to this train is something that each one of us has only bought. So whether knowingly or unknowingly, we have chosen to come to life and take this journey with this set of parents. Like in our earlier webinars, we have said there are certain things which you cannot change. They are the basic karma that you're born with. Parents being one of them. You cannot change your parents for this life. So accountability starts from there. That you know what, I purchased the ticket to this train, and from there, everything that happens is a consequence of that. And how can I look for the right station maybe and take the U-turn if I can, or change my seat, or change the surroundings, or uh, how I feel about the surrounding. What can I control? What can't I control? Um, can my perspectives change? Can I get more resources for this journey? Uh, all this is a part of accountability. So um, we all want to be heroes of our life. We all start as victims of our life. So how the journey from being the victim to the hero is what I think healing is. The day we realize that we are the hero and we are the center point of our life and everything is our creation, is when we start rewriting the story the way we want. And that's where, like Gayatri very rightly said, that there's no blame then. No? Whatever happens is a consequence of the ticket that I purchased. So, why did we purchase the ticket? Like Gayatri said, sometimes we question that also. Why did I even purchase this ticket? Why did I even choose to come? So there's an existential accountability also, which happens for a lot of people. That this process of life itself. Sometimes we blame life. So life itself is so difficult. Or, Earth itself is so difficult. But we are here, and how we want to experience this journey is up to us. So does this mean to say that those experiences were not valid? Of course, they will be valid for everyone. And what pinches for one might not pinch the other. Someone might find a co passenger very fascinating. The same person might feel like a trouble to another co passenger. So it's perspective. It's one's personal, unique journey in this journey called life. So accountability was a very, very big thing, which came, like Gayatri said, it came at different layers. As much as you can see, as much awareness comes in, as much, mm, mm, you know, as much as we are able to digest at that point of time in our journey and change. Because sometimes, like Gayatri said, we do take accountability, but we don't know how to change. Now the pain is up, and I don't know how to, come through that pain. Now what? So once we know that a room is dirty, we know we have to take the thing to clean it if you want. That, that's the kind of accountability that we hope to establish by the end of this month, um, where we can move from a place of being a victim, at least see, and move from a place of being a victim to mm, people, situations. to a place of where we say, okay, now this is what I can control, this is what I feel, and this is what I can change, and I'm ready to change. Accountability at all levels, at thought, at emotion, at action, and at consequence. So this metaphor is something which Gayatri and I keep discussing. Has the person taken the U-turn? Has the U-turn actually begun, or has the person come down from the train, boarded at the next, like got down at the next station? Is something that I think we can keep asking ourselves time and again through the story. Yeah, Gayatri, I think that's what is the essence of what we're going to speak this month, right?
Yes. So if we come to the, what Priya said, like why I bought this ticket. So I chose this set of parents for myself. And when I chose them, and then I had a difficult experience, and then I had this question that why did I come here? Or why did I not get a better set of parents? Yeah. So the part of the information which is coming next is for the adults in us, not for any inner child in us. And this information may trigger the inner child. If that happens, please help yourself with whatever self help techniques that you have learned so far, or reach out. Yeah. So, when we are talking about the accountability is the adult's job. An adult can take the accountability for their life. An adult can say that now my life is my responsibility, what I want to choose, what I want to. So, when we are saying that we have chosen a set of parents, and in that contract, whatever good and bad I experienced as a child, what's supposed to happen that way? Again, this understanding can come to the adult, right? But let's say that 5 year old who was beaten up by father cannot understand this. And the 5 year old will have, a 5 year old's brain and understanding. And the pain is real. The pain is physical, real. The child feels small in size, in comprehension, and the child depends very much on the father to be protected, to feel safe, and the damage is coming from there. So the child feeling hurt, feeling the pain, feeling angry is valid. The child is not supposed to take any accountability that, oh, I was supposed to go through it. That is potentially possible if the soul is that wise. Yeah. So we are nowhere saying that when a, anybody's parent, a father or mother, did something really, really damaging in a moment, and yet you have to say that, the child has to understand. The accountability is not for the child. And as an adult, if we get the understanding that I chose this father or this mother, and this happened, which is very painful. And in some bigger picture of parenting, which was necessary for that child in me, this was supposed to happen this way. So I'm nobody to teach my father or mother how to parent their child. And yet I need to validate the pain of my inner child. That is how we take the accountability. So if any one of you have ever experienced a therapeutic session where we have an interaction with parent, we are not doing it out of confronting the parent. Get that? We do not want to confront the parent. See what you did, and that's why this child has become this way. If that is how the adult is coming for the therapy session, then they are still not in a place of coming out of the hurt, because they are waiting for the parent to own it up or say sorry. But it is as though I chose the best set of teachers to learn a certain lesson. Now they are just doing their job. So if I choose to go to the best gym and say that this is the best coach, and that best coach is going to, pull me out of my comfort zone and put me into the pain of growth, I'm not going to complain. How come you can do this to me? So that pain, when the adult understands that this pain is for the growth, then the accountability can shift here. Then the expectation that, oh, my parent, my father should at least see now that he has done so wrong with me. That itself, in a way, is an arrogance. So when we are saying that I chose the ticket, and the question comes out of frustration, why did I even buy this ticket? Then a general answer is, in order to go through this journey, to have certain kinds of experiences and learn something on the way. What I'm supposed to learn is my exploration, my journey. It is my responsibility. Nobody else can bring me the ready-made answers. So when we come into this awareness and we stand with this, then we can at least start saying that the hurt is also my accountability. And that's when the blame can stop. There and here as well. So that is the first step ever. So when we are sharing this, I'm again saying that this is for the adult in us. I'm very sure that some child may get triggered with this, or it may not fit into somebody's logic because it might be unethically wrong, that the child has experienced. And even in that case, the adult needs to stand, as in the parents did what they thought was right and what was in their best capacity, what they thought they could do for the child. So I think today we want you to sit with this, and along with that, then go in your space and look at certain things. Where do you want to share the exercise with them?
Yeah. Before I share the exercise, I think the exercise itself will kind of um, reiterate what Gayatri is saying when she says it's the adult. The exercise is very simple. Um, we would like you to write a biography of your life. So look at your life objectively as the person of today, however old you are, 35, 45, 50, whatever your age, 22. Um, write your journey of life like a biography. And in that, you might include things which you feel you thought you want from your parents, you did not get. Not as instances, of course, incidents will come, stories will come, but more than the incident and the story, what is it that you wanted from them that you did not get? Can we start becoming present to that? So it's not about the story per se. All of us will have stories. All these children will have their story of why they felt hurt. In fact, I would like to say that the first impact of hurt, the first time that a child has experienced anything which is not in or took away a lot of happiness and bliss, will be the most impactful uh, incident. And that will surely, like as much as we have seen, that will be a moment of hurt. So feeling hurt, feeling sad, feeling helpless, feeling angry is something which is very, very, very core for each one of us. I'm sure as children, as very young children, we would have experienced all of this. How early, to what extent will differ for different people. We will explore through these core emotions. Like anger has its own, we have a different way of looking at anger, where there has been abuse, like physical abuse, where, like Gayatri said, child has been backed by the parent. So that will have a different texture of anger. The hurt will have a different texture of anger. We will talk about that in detail. But the exercise is very simple. You could take a book or take a pen and paper and write the biography of your life. Not the details as much, not the story as much, but how have you felt at different points of time with different people in your life or with different situations? And what is it that you feel you haven't got? What needs were not met? What is it that you experienced? What will happen with this is, number one, you are acknowledging those incidents for yourself and you are taking accountability of it. You are saying this is what happened, like a story. Number two, the trigger is not here now. The trigger is on the book or in the book. It's there. You're reading it. You might get triggered while writing. You might feel sad. You might feel helpless. You might feel angry. You might feel very hurt while writing it. But you know now it's out and you know that this is the dirty room that I need to clean. Right? So that will be the first step to this entire 2 month series. By next week, we are not going to get into the details of the stories, but what do we do with all these emotions? I think that is the primary question which all of us have. I have a lot of pain. I have a lot of hurt inside. I have a lot of anger inside. Now, what do I do about it? I can't go back in time and change. I'm not able to let go as much as I say I want to. So, now what? And that's what we would like to do over the weeks to come. So, let's be easy on ourselves. Let's be kind because we are touching core parts of your journey. You are touching core parts of your journey. Uh, just be kind to yourself when you're even writing the story of your life. I would like to share that when I started writing this, I could not write more than 4 lines on day one. And it's okay. So you can come back because it is your story. You can come back to it and write whenever you feel like. And take those deep breaths whenever necessary. Take a glass of water as you sit. And be kind. Gayatri, would you like to add anything to the exercise?
This is perfect. I just want to say that if you feel at any point that you have written one experience and that emotion itself is heaviest for you and you feel like this much is enough for 1 week, this much is enough. Let me first handle this one emotion and later I'll go to other emotions and experiences of my life. That is also okay. You go with what feels important for you and how much you feel you can handle at one point of time. So that's how you be kind to yourself. That's how you be compassionate to yourself. You don't have to put every experience just because we are saying that, write your entire life story.
No.
Go by your comfort, go by your readiness. I think that's it for today. When you do that, see what you feel, where you feel you have vented out something, and what you feel something is more clear to you, what you feel is triggering. Maybe there is a new perspective you find.
There could be sometimes when you're writing an incident that you don't know exactly what you needed there. You could just say, I felt very hurt, but I don't know what did I want at that moment or what did that child want at that moment. It's okay. If you're not finding clarity, leave it at that. The clarity will come. Like Gayatri said, don't force yourself to just fill the page or complete it. Because this open-endedness will add a lot more.
I think with that, we want to complete our sharing for today. Yeah, we can open the topic for discussion.